Hi everyone. So, I haven't done a Lovey Note update or a video in a very long time. The reason being is that I felt like I didn't have a lot of love inspiration to share or that I'd learned anything recently. I kind of been in a little bit of a funk this year. I'm dealing with a lot of disappointment, just figuring out, how to heal and how to process through things and still push forward. And so that's what's been going on. In the last 2 weeks, though, I have attended two concerts. So I am a lover of live music. And the first was Beyonce and Jay-Z, and that was inspirational on a whole nother level. More so Jay than Beyonce, because one thing that I realized is that each artist has their own identity and they're each trying to kind of give us a message. And I feel like Jay-Z's message is forward movement. You should always be progressing towards something. You should always be stepping your game up, doing something better. And there's more than one way to do something. And that was kind of the message that I needed. So maybe that's what I took from it, is that always move forward, always progress, always have a goal. Of course, Beyonce is Beyonce. And so her natural sex appeal on stage. I'm going to just go by what you see on stage because it's probably something totally different off stage. And the persona that she gives. And I know there are a lot of people out there that are not Beyonce fans, and that's totally fine. But the reason why I like Beyonce is because she does things that any normal woman can do, and she makes you feel like you can do it too. But she does it in a way that you're like, I can't believe she just did that. How is she doing it? And so it's kind of like this good balance between I can be that, but I want to aspire at the same time. And so that's kind of why I like Beyonce. But the love of my musical life, who touches my soul with every drum beat, every lyric, every strum of the guitar, every falsetto, every run. Oh my God, is Maxwell. I love Maxwell. Which is interesting because when Maxwell came out in 1996, and one of my classmates in high school, Garnisha Crawford, was like, I think you're going to like him. And I was like, I don't like this, Lenny Kravitz, wannabe, Prince, think he might be Marvin Gaye. I was going in. I was like, I don't like him. I don't think I like him. He had just released Ascension. I think that was the first song. And then I was in the beauty salon because I used to get my hair done all the time in high school. Laid. Um, and they were playing the entire album in the salon. I was like, I'm really feeling this dude. Garnisha was right. She was right. I was like, I'm really feeling him. And so I have been a fan of Maxwell since 1996. Every album. I try to see him as often as I can. I've seen him in Indianapolis. I've seen him in Chicago. I've seen him in Atlanta. Um, I was trying to see him in Vegas. I love him. And so, considering that this year has been kind of disappointing to me, I wanted to have an experience. And I want it to kind of open up my heart space and open up my mind to prepare myself for my birthday that's coming up. So each year for my birthday, I go into it with a theme and I try to really assess what has happened that year because I don't want to take old stuff into new things. And I really am like, whatever is happening right now, I don't want this same thing to happen come August the 10th. I know it's like an arbitrary date, But that's just kind of, I just don't want that. I don't want that energy space. I want it to be free and open and clear. And I knew that Maxwell was on a 35 city tour, but he was only going to small venues and markets in which he doesn't normally tour. So he wasn't going to a big city. You know, he wasn't going to Atlanta or Chicago or New York or Miami. He wasn't doing those things. He's doing like Montgomery, Alabama, Columbus, Ohio, Charleston, South Carolina. So for weeks and weeks and weeks, I've been contemplating, do I want to drive or fly to go see him? Like, these are a cost that I'm incurring to go and see this man. Do I want to do this? Well, Sunday at midnight, I was like, live your life to the fullest. If you don't go see him, if you don't go to this concert, are you going to regret it? And the answer was yes. I'm going to regret that I missed it. Am a super fan, and I'm kind of in a space, and I was like, I think this would be a great activity for me. So midnight, 2 or 3 days before the show, I decided I'm driving to Columbia, South Carolina by myself. I'm going to this concert by myself, and I am going to have the total Maxwell experience. That's part one. Stay tuned for part two. The story continues. Mwah.